Blessings, Sagittarius soul travelers, and welcome to Venusian Empress Oracle. You are joining Priestess Melissa for your weekly reading. We're going to be getting into the Star Temple Oracle cards, taking a look at your main message and an affirmation for you for this week. We'll then be tapping into the tarot using the Light Seers as well as the Vice Versa Tarot. Cutting the deck on the pre-shuffle, we have a High Priestess with a Knight of Wands card. So you may be thinking about or trying to tap into what is your passion perhaps at this time. What is causing you to feel alive? All right, perhaps trying to gain a new perspective to get unstuck, either within yourself or physically speaking. All right, it could be relating to either one, but you're trying to use your intuition to balance everything all out. Again, it could be around money. Those are a few of the things, but reciprocity with that Six of Pentacles that we're seeing there in the pre-shuffle. Now, these are general readings which may or may not resonate with everyone. If any part of it does, though, it is your reading, and I do appreciate your like on the video. Also, let me know down in the comments how the video is resonating with you. Also, do check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos to get a clear overall picture of what may be going on for you. And during all of these planetary alignments going on at this time, especially with Venus being in Pisces, I believe, is the energy that's going on at this time. So definitely a lot of things around relationships and love could be coming up. I have been seeing that in a lot of the readings. Guys, if you do need a personal reading, do reach out to me at VenusianWaves.org, and I'll be happy to look at your specific situation for you. Now, we also will be getting advice messages from the Crazy Sexy Love Message card. We'll also, of course, be getting love advice, as we always do on all of my readings. We'll be getting some of that from the Lovers Oracle cards today. And guys, you should know by now I have a divination coin that I allow you to ask one question at the end of the reading. We'll flip the coin and we will see what the answer is. All right, let's get into it, Sagittarius. Thank you so much to the angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. Bring us the messages we need for the beautiful Sagittarians. And thank you. Shout out, Sagittarius. I truly appreciate you so much for all of your love to the channel and support with your likes, comments, shares, and donations. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe and bell notifications. Show your girl some love for putting in that hard work. 19 videos total each week. We do one for each zodiac sign for a weekly reading, and I do a daily reading for a check-in on different topics. All right, so check that out. Let us see what's going on for Sagittarius, shall we? What do we need to know for Sagittarius, please? Show me what I need to know for Sagittarius. Too many. You guys got a lot going on, perhaps. The cards are a little hard to shuffle. And then I have 3 fly out there. Now we got 2. Come on, just one for Sagittarius, please. Oh, we got this for Libra as well. So if you have Libra placements in your chart, you could have some throat chakra things going on there and need to work with aquamarine energy to help you to open up and be able to speak what you need to, and to do so clearly so there are not blurred lines perhaps. Okay, we've got the Amazon Queen coming out today. Battle. So definitely this is something you could have just recently went through or are going through. A battle. I feel Kali energy here. I feel like a fed up kind of energy almost. You know, someone is at the end of their rope. Could also have a child involved here, either with yourself or, you know, someone around you. Or there could be someone else that this is involving, and maybe this is the battle. All right, we got storyteller energy here. Now, if you are finding yourself alone, perhaps with a child, and now you're like, I see what's ahead of me, but I don't want it to be that kind of story that turns out to be one, that is like negative. And I feel like you do want to make something good out of what has happened, so that this doesn't end up being something of a regret for you, that you can still make something good of whatever this is. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. Beautiful. All right. So that warrior energy means that, you tell a different story. You don't allow life to just happen to you haphazardly. You have control to some extent in this experience, all right? This could also be a mother-child type of, nurturing energy that we're looking at as well. The universal midwife and birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. So you definitely could be writing a new chapter in your story, right? You're aware of what's going on. You're writing the story, but at the same time, you're like that baby where it's a whole new world for you, and you're having to maybe have a little battle going through this process, if you will, because you've already been through quite a bit. It seems like 6, and I believe we did see that energy of 6 with the pentacles and reciprocity, so that could be something going on with you, and a balancing type of energy that you're working with or dealing with at this time. So star words are brave, resolution, and peace. The Amazon Queen is here to remind you that is great power and strength in your softness. Now is the time for you to be as peaceful, a peaceful activist for healing and balance in the world. It is possible for you to do this in your own way, one that feels intuitively right for you. Wear your battle scars with pride, as these markings symbolize courageous life battles that you have endured and survived. Stronger and wiser, you rise with dignity. You are a voice and brave leader for peaceful transformation, so others can learn from these scars that you've endured, these battles that you've gone through in your life. You have a way of being able to tell your story that can heal so many people, and maybe already has. So perhaps this is asking you to step out on a larger scale, with that universal midwife energy. Perhaps you are the one that's helping other people to birth more positive, peaceful, gentler words and stories, expressions of their life, to be able to open up that throat chakra that we saw coming out initially, perhaps, and speak about their own battles and be able to start healing in their own way and their own worlds. And then as a whole, you're helping the collective to heal. In your, each person that you help, it's like you're building your little grid of energy, and I'm getting so many chills right now. I feel like you're really tapping into your heart space, really seeing how perhaps you could move into this. Really, it's like a way shower. It's almost like you are that mother. You are that person that helps other people to go through their process. Just like, there are hospice workers. You're, the person that helps people go through their transition, when they're going through their difficult situations that they're enduring in life, where they've had endings, in relationships, in love, things of that nature, and have felt devastated perhaps as a result, and they want to write a new story too. They want to feel passionate and happy about life. And also, like with that King of Hearts energy, King of Cups, it's all about the King of Cups energy is, not outwardly all lovey-dovey or whatever, but kind, considerate, poised, and it really is wearing your crown. Right now you may not be feeling quite so successful. Maybe you yourself are still working through your own story, if you will. You definitely have had to deal with a lot to heal from in the past. You know, we're going to look at this closer to see if that process, excuse me, has taken place for you, because this has everything to do with you. Again, I feel this being your life work. This is something that, again, your healing process is like where you could become a coach or something like that. There's plenty of people that have done that and they don't have any kind of degrees or anything, but people can intuitively within their own selves, whenever they hear your story and they relate to how you got through your process, this is what's going to inspire and help them. But you don't want to be confused yourself. You really do want to be healed as well, right? Learning from your scars and those battles that you went through with your own emperor energy that you were dealing with, and how you had to heal your heart, okay? So this really is all about the success that you will have by not only really healing yourself, your heart, you know, and using that as an opportunity to really help other people in their own lives, in their own situations, to be able to have success, you know? Okay, let's look at the vice versa tarot, at all of this a little bit closer. Because even though it looks like it looks in the immediate, it can always tell a different story when you give clarifiers on the situation. All right, let's see what the vice versa tarot wants to tell us about the Star in reverse for the Amazon Queen. Definitely dealt with some battles. It definitely affected your energy and money, just your stability within the home. I feel like you didn't let things get out of control, because this would be the volcano erupting and things out of control. So you've been able to maintain your balance, but it still feels like perhaps holding on to some resentment, you know what I mean, still from the past. And these are the things that once we work through, that is when we can really take off, and we'll be able to tell that story in such a way that people will know that we are healed, that we really did do the work, and that what you're offering is really something that's going to help them. People are going to want to work with you, right? Three of Pentacles energy. They're going to want to know how they can move to those calmer waters, how they can regain their strength and their balance, you know, to face this life and know that everything is still going to be all right, even if they don't have the one that they thought that they would have their happily ever after with, you know. 1313 coming out on the timer. Lovers in reverse there. You know, nobody wants to be up in their head feeling like they're in a mental prison, that they can't move on from something that didn't work out. Knight of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups energy. This is us needing to keep it pushing whenever we run into any of this confusing energy. This is called learning from your mistakes. Understanding that when you have confusing choices before you that are not clear, and you're not being helped to understand things clearly and see what you need to see, don't waste your time. Keep it pushing, all right? Learn your lessons and remember and honor yourself. Just make a plan in a different direction. You know better. You don't want to get caught up in that again. Spirit's saying this is the time to heal. This is the time to show how strong you can be, and what that results in when you honor yourself enough to leave behind anything that is confusing, anything that could potentially and most likely will end up harming you in the end. Never accept anything lower than what you deserve with that Page of Cups energy, right? All right, let's take a look at the Crazy Sexy Love message cards. 1441 coming out now on the timer. You're welcome to leave with those time angel numbers mean. Definitely I'm seeing a lot of mirroring energy as I'm going through all of the readings, so I have been seeing either repeating numbers, but mostly like mirroring numbers is what I'm seeing at this time. That makes sense with the Pisces, or Venus in Pisces, you know, so the love situation, and then it's like, you know, the Pisces, the yin and the yang, you and your other person kind of energy. So I feel like it's like weeding out any of those remaining emotions and things like that that could be keeping you held back from really moving forward at this time, because, you know, this is a very powerful time that's going to set in, from what another reader I was hearing saying, for the next 20 years. All right, so we really want to be in the right energy moving forward, elevating, right? It's all in. It's time to rise. Sorry, I wasn't reading that right. It's time to rise. Your heart needs to rise, all right? And the only way that it can is when you release the resentment, help to heal those wounds and minimize those scars, right? By allowing ourselves to just make peace with it all. No matter what is happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone and our complaints. Rise out of our slump and out of the potato chip bag. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? Yes, no time to sit around and waste this life. Time to see what more there is to this life, right? How you can make the most of it. It is time to tell a different story indeed. You only birth fruitful and sacred assignments. And yes, that includes yours as well as all that you will help. Because I really do feel that someone is watching this that is relating to this, and they know that they have a story that they have been sharing, most likely, you know, about how they got through their situations in life, and people are just like so inspired. So it's time for you to perhaps take this to another level. All right, so we have this energy of weight, and I think you'll see why in just a moment. It says, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So if it doesn't feel right, don't rush into something, right? Because before you know it, you're in this position. Sexual union says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And why engage in anything that is less than the highest connection possible, right? So wait and don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. All right, guys, you ready to get your question answered, Sagittarius? Let us do this in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, here's your answer. It is a woot woot. Yes. Beautiful. I love that for you, Sagittarius. I hope that was the answer you were looking for. And I do hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification, guys. I'll see you soon, and bye for now.